If you look up FAZZA 3 on Instagram, you'll find the account of a young man named FAZZA, who seems to be living an extraordinary life with over 7 million followers, and he isn't your average 30-something-year-old. He is better known as Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, but more commonly known as FAZZA. FAZZA means a person who speeds to the help and support of others. From the Emirati dialect, it's a term often used in Nabati poetry, which is a common art form in the UAE. He is the Crown Prince of Dubai since 2008, and he is worth billions of dollars. From his pictures on Instagram, we can definitely see that he has a lot of money to spare, and we are going to show you how he spends his money in free time. But before you get jealous, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. To understand FAZZA's lifestyle, we must first talk a little bit about the city of Dubai, which is located in the United Arab Emirates, one of the richest countries in the world. Dubai is known as the city of luxury with its luxurious malls, incredible architecture, and festivals. Daily Mirror journalist Trevor Davies once compared it to Las Vegas on steroids, but without the gambling. The United Arab Emirates has a unique way of running its country, as each of the 7 emirates that make up the federation is ruled by an absolute monarch, the UAE. The country has a federal president who is elected from among the 7 emirs. When it comes to Dubai, FAZZA's father, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, is the ruler of the Al Maktoum dynasty, and has been the ruling family of Dubai since 1833. FAZZA was born on November 14, 1982, and he is the third of his father's children with senior wife Sheikha Han bin Maktoum bin Juma Al Maktoum. His parents are actually cousins, and their 1979 wedding was one of the most extravagant weddings to ever take place in Dubai, reportedly costing over 100 million. FAZZA attended the Rashid School for Boys for his primary schooling in Dubai. He then went on to study in the UK at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, a prominent school of which Prince Harry and Prince William are also notable alumni. In addition to his military academy training, he also took some economics courses at the London School of Economics and Dubai School of Government, yet his most important schooling in leadership and public administration came from working alongside his father. In his own words, "I studied and graduated from Mohammed bin Rashid School, and I'm still learning from him every day." His father Sheikh Mohammed is estimated to have a net worth of about 4.5 billion, and get this, he used to be worth much more, but he donates a lot of his money to charity. He once gave away 10 million to set up the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Knowledge Foundation, which aims to empower future generations and enable them to devise sustainable solutions to facilitate the process of knowledge and research in the Arab world. FAZZA is also the Prime Minister and Vice President of the UAE, and also the Chairman of the Executive Council of Dubai, Dubai Autism Center, and Dubai Sports Council. His priority in all these roles is to represent Dubai as a world-class city. He keeps coming up with new initiatives to tackle the social issues in Dubai and across the UAE, thanks to all privileges he has enjoyed. Interestingly, FAZZA is not the oldest and shouldn't be the Crown Prince. While his older brother should have been appointed the Crown Prince, his controversial behavior made him an unsuitable choice, so FAZZA was appointed Crown Prince instead, and is next in line to rule. That being said, his older brother Sheikh Rashid, unfortunately, passed away from a heart attack in 2015 at the age of 33, meaning that FAZZA would have become Crown Prince one way or another. As for the Crown Prince of Dubai, his Instagram account clearly shows that he loves living the life of the son of a billionaire. His photo documentation of his travels across the world is enough to make anyone jealous. Away from his professional commitments, Sheikh Hamdan has demonstrated an instinct for the extreme. He is a skyscraper jumper, as has often been evidenced on his Instagram page, and he also enjoys diving, jetpacks, and zip lines. As an Emirati, Sheikh Hamdan's love for horses is deep, and he proudly owns 1,000 horses all over the world. After all, he is an award-winning horse rider. As the namesake of the Dubai Crown Prince Camel Festival, he also boasts more than 120 camels at his farm, as well as big cats he apparently enjoys playing with. He is also a keen world traveler, with his own chartered plane taking him to different corners of the globe. This is where his passion for photography comes into its own, as he takes stunning pictures all around the world. He is a fanatic of luxury cars. With so much wealth to spend, it's unsurprising to learn that FAZZA has a fleet of luxury vehicles in his garage. As a seeker of thrills, he has an envious collection of 6 amphibious cars known as the Python. He owns an extraordinary collection of tanks, which he is able to take for a drive in the vast sands around Dubai. He also has a Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse and Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. To one's surprise, FAZZA also has an unbelievable number of golden cars, including a Lamborghini and Range Rover, as well a Bentley Bentayga, and an entire fleet of Rolls-Royce motors. In addition, he has a yacht which is believed to be the 3rd largest in the entire world. His travels cost him a small fortune. When traveling on water, he can count on his 252-foot yacht Smeralda to take him around in style with 6 private cabins on board and the capacity to house up to 24 crew members. This mega boat is reportedly valued at $70 million. He also likes to fly around the world on his father's personal Boeing 747, which by the way is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And wherever he does travel, FAZZA sure loves to take part in some extreme sports along the way. In Dubai, he's been seen testing out a jet lab, which is a personal jetpack that is used in the water. While it's unclear whether he purchased the product or just rented it for a few hours, the fact is he could certainly afford the retail value of over $100,000. FAZZA loves the water apparently, as he even went cave diving while vacationing somewhere in the Americas. He free dived down into the cave, which means that he didn't have an oxygen tank to help him breathe while descending and ascending, as his underwater photographer revealed to GQ, that he's able to free dive a depth of nearly 100 feet (ot 30 meters), which is very impressive. The Crown Prince is also an experienced skydiver. So experienced that he can jump out of a plane all on his own without the help of an instructor, and since skydiving equipment can cost thousands of dollars and you need to fly up into the sky for each jump, this is a hobby that can get quite pricey. Perhaps the greatest thing about Dubai's Crown Prince is the fact that he's a pretty selfless guy. When an Emirati cancer patient receiving treatment in the US posted an emotional video on Instagram about how much his treatment was gonna cost him, FAZZA offered to pay the bill at just over $800,000. This bill was easily afforded by the Crown Prince, and he made a fellow Emirate's life much easier in the process. And this isn't the first time that FAZZA felt charitable. When he won $6 million from the Dubai World Cup back in 2015, he donated his winnings to the Dubai Autism Center. He's even the chairman of the center, which is a non-profit organization that helps autistic kids integrate into society and also creates social awareness. The Crown Prince even once paid the travel cost of 400 fans that were sent to watch the Asian Champions League football final in China. When a fellow Emirati reached out to him on social media to invite him over for lunch, he actually accepted the invitation. When a worker was cleaning the windows of a high-rise tower that he was in, he posted the video of his hard work and added the caption that read "Thank you" in Arabic. The Crown Prince even started the Dubai Fitness Challenge back in 2017 to help encourage locals to take part in 30 minutes of exercise for 30 days. Just a few days after the first edition of this challenge, he sent a message out to residents asking them to volunteer for at least a year. These are just a few mentions of his charitable work. He definitely learned how to be generous from his father. His father, Sheikh Mohammed, has offered his private jet multiple times to help out with different humanitarian missions. But even though he does charitable deeds, FAZZA does like to splurge on himself every now and again. Back in 2008, he spent a record price on an item at Abu Dhabi Festival. You might be thinking that he dropped $2.7 million on something really luxurious, but he actually spent the money on a camel. According to the organizers of the Camel Festival at the time, the female camel he got was the most expensive one ever purchased. In total, he reportedly spent nearly $4.5 million on more than a dozen camels that day. It might sound odd, but camels are a key part of the UAE cultural heritage, and camel racing is also a popular sport there. He is also into horseback riding, and has used his skills to win a number of international and regional endurance riding championships. Of course, he has been praised for being an animal lover. Not only does he regularly snap pictures for his Instagram with all kinds of different animals, but he also rescues them. He even on 2 separate occasions rescued an oryx and a gazelle that were been distressed. To top all these amazing accomplishments off, he's also a published poet, writing about themes like love, wisdom, and patriotism. We can get talk about how he spends his money, which by the way isn't as ludicrous as one originally will think. But make no mistake about it, although he has a lot of money to play around with, FAZZA believes that it's important to not give money such high importance in life. He's written poems about his feelings towards materialism and modesty, emphasizing the importance of being humble and not showing off. While he seems like a total catch, he isn't yet married, and we can't help but wonder if he will have an over-the-top wedding just like his parents did when the time comes. That is all we have for you today. We hope you enjoyed this informative video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one. Thanks so much for watching, see you next time.